Hey Matt, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. You?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. I'm all good. I just wanted to call you for a catch up just to see how you've been getting on. I know it's been quite a long journey for you, and obviously you're training at the clinic now since recovering from your injury. I just wanted to see how you're getting on.
Yeah, really well. The training now is sort of the icing on the cake for me. So it's been a long journey for me. So now the training is really strengthening and building on what we've put into practice so far.
And I was just looking at your notes just to recap. You had an L5S1 disc herniation, which
Yeah.
and I'm just deciphering your notes from the other practitioners, but it seems that the disc herniation had essentially fused to the nerve root, and
Yeah,
that complicated then the operation to undo that. Is that right?
yeah, it was pretty nasty. The disc had not only herniated, but it had severed off. And it was traveling down the spine and adhering to the nerve roots, so compressing them, which then stopped me having any movement in my right leg. So it was just redundant.
And it just out of interest, because when a lot of people would receive that kind of news, they wouldn't be too hopeful about getting the use back in the leg again. But you had the opposite perspective. You were very uh, curious as to what you could get from the leg.
Yeah.
Was there any reason why? Like, was there anything that was fueling your optimism at the time?
Um, well, a desire to kind of be active again, participate in family things like going, just simple things, going for a walk with my family, just simple everyday tasks, getting them around the house, walking down the street. So I just wanted to see if I could regain enough to be able to do that sort of as pain free as possible after the operation I had, and really to see uh, if I could go any further than that. I love walking, I love hiking, I love participating in all sorts of sports, or at least I did before this happened. So I wanted to see, was there any way I could try and regain some of that, I suppose.
And how did you find the process? Did you find it faster than you expected, slower than you expected? Because we had to start off, I think, we were doing almost no weight bearing
Mm.
calf raises to then walking on your tiptoes to then being able to run on your tiptoes, go
Yeah.
up and down stairs on your tiptoes. So I just wanted to know how you found the process.
Um, it was difficult for me to understand, or for my brain to understand. It has to be done in small steps and small stages. You're starting afresh, or at least that's how I perceived it to be. So it is literally learning to walk again, and that's what that process was. So it's not fast, but each building block, you can see how you've achieved something, and then you can move on to the next step, or the next strategy, or the next exercise. And so that's really worthwhile working through that process.
And how far did you feel the clinic work that we did took you? Because it's sometimes it's difficult to tell what you can achieve until you do it. Because it seems that since you've been working with Shiel, you've come on more leaps and bounds, and you've been able to really ramp up your fitness.
Yeah, I mean, from when I first came in, very nervous and wary of what was going to happen. It has come on leaps and bounds, and the that process, those building blocks have really helped me. One is, if nothing else, to gain the confidence again to be able to try things out. I was really nervous about doing sports, injuring myself again, and going sort of backwards. That's what I was afraid of. Now I've gained confidence, and I've built up the strength and the strength in my back again. And then, for the first time ever, I went rock climbing. Never done it before, but I was able to use the strength and the power and everything in my legs to be able to do that.
Amazing, amazing. And how far do you feel you are out of 10 now? If 10 is the life that you wanted to live when you first came to see us, and zero is where you were when you did first come to see us, where would you say you are at the moment?
Oh yeah, well, it's got to be, 9.5, 10. I mean, it's up
Amazing.
there. Really, I'm so chuffed.
Amazing, amazing. Well, I'm really happy to hear that, Matt, and I'm happy that you're getting on really well. And I suppose I'll see you at the clinic at your next training session with Shiel, your next treatment. But it's been an
Yeah,
absolute pleasure working with you.
thank you very much. Likewise, I really appreciate everything that you've given me because it's been marvelous.